Welcome to Blended Healing. Sometimes you just need to stop. Stop running and enjoy the present moment at where you are. Today's quick bite, we're going to explore that. You got to just stop and enjoy where you are. Every soul seeks happiness, while happiness itself is searched for in its own right. Every other goal, whether it's health, beauty, money, or even something that you would choose to do, is valued because we expect that it will make us happy. Today, we have made so much progress in all of the different stages of medical science and technology. But when it comes to us attaining our blessed and beautiful state of happiness, not much has changed. And we could argue to the fact that we have made no progress at all. We often end up feeling that instead of being filled with happiness, we have wasted our time in anxiety and pressure in order to gain something which would eventually take us to success. And then we would experience and achieve happiness. Beloved, happiness is a very natural state of being for any soul, which has become very difficult to experience in this 3D world today because it is dependent and its physical attainment and achievement. When we were kids, we were always thrilled and happy naturally. We could share our experience, such as joys in response to simple events like hearing a bird chirp or sharing a lunch with a friend. But as we become older, we become pressured to achieve goals like success in education, in your family, businesses, and often lose awareness of the reality that it is our fundamental responsibility as a person to first become a joyous being. If we go against our own nature to be happy, we will never reach anywhere. Each of us has a picture, however vague, of what we would like to accomplish in this life. We aspire for different types of success. It could be money, health, and social situations or relationships. How close we get to attaining that goal becomes the measure of the quality of our own life. If it remains out of reach, we feel hurt and become angry. The problem arises when we become so obsessed with it that we stop deriving joy from the present moment. And when this happens, we give up our own chances of happiness and contentment. Happiness and success are actually deeply interconnected. They both share a common aspect or a thing that cannot be pursued. If we practice soul consciousness, the thought emerges that the feelings of having achieved both success and happiness should be a result of our own personal dedication to something greater than ourselves. The situations that we come across in this life, this 3D world, which are also due to our past actions, are often written up differently than we desire. The roots of our discontent lays in the fact that the situations often unfold themselves naturally, and they do not take human desires into consideration. They are random and different in contrast to what we want to establish through our goals. However, in these type of circumstances, this awareness that we have is important because we don't have a choice to create something beautiful out of such unexpected situations that can help build our own inner worlds of our mind, which is always pointed towards contentment in our lives. While we embrace the joy of growing in every moment, it is therefore a choice to achieve happiness by achieving control over what goes on in our own consciousness. In today's world, right? Wealth, status, and having a role that we play have become our most important symbols of happiness. You know that's true. You know that's true. They can be genuine blessings and important, but only if they help us feel joyful. It is important to understand how we can consciously create efforts towards attaining these goals while also staying happy and content in the moment. This materialistic thing that we have, that we strive, we always measure it towards being successful. But that's only one aspect of our life. There are many other dimensions of life that can give us joy and satisfaction. And then this awareness can free us from becoming addicted to the attention and the approval from others that often come along with being successful on a materialistic level. In order to overcome the stress of today's life, today's world, we first need to re-experience our original virtue of happiness. We can do this by trying to figure out or what our definition is, what is really important to us and what isn't. We can then find happiness and joy in the purpose of our actions and learn to reward ourselves and also respect to thinking of what is socially important to us and regardless of what those external circumstances will be. Ashe, Ashe. we should also free ourselves from the belief that it is only the future which counts the most. When we're running on this treadmill of achieving social valid goals, we keep trying to win a prize that eventually dissolves in our own hands before we even feel the slightest of happiness about obtaining that thing. We also fail to notice so many potentially fulfilling experiences in the present moment as we run this race. The most crucial step in freeing ourselves is the ability to find rewards in the events of each moment. If we learn to enjoy and find meaning in the ongoing stream of experience, the burden of stress for achieving something often falls down from your shoulders. Your inner power will return when the rewards are no longer externally connected. We learn how to enjoy the genuine rewards of life and stop running after the prize that is sometimes just out of reach. Once we have defined our goals, the learnings that we have gained from overcoming all of these different obstacles that we have to get over along the way will leave us feeling more skilled, more unique, and capable. In the process of getting these individual accomplishments, an attitude of collaboration and cooperation with other people can add to a sense of harmony and fulfillment in our life. We learn to be more sensitive to life when we start cultivating a space for care and respect for other people's souls and their ideals and their lives that are beyond their physical self. The human integration and flow makes the present more enjoyable, and it adds self-confidence to us, which allows us to build those skills and also make significant contributions to our own family, to our friendships, to our workplace, and overall to society. And finally, it is important to keep a balanced mind while we are working on something. If we have anger, aggression, ego, or greed in our vision, it can create an imbalance in our thoughts. When we experience being ourselves and we're at ease with the life that we have created, we can feel the energy to adventure into anything that's possible. If we are able to balance the effort with ease, we are still moving towards our goals and with an equal amount of aspiration, but at the same time appreciating the process, appreciating the flow of life. And when we are able to realize that it is ultimately the virtues of joy, freedom, and happiness that are important for us, these virtues act as a compass to help us direct our efforts towards our goals with more peace and composure. Being in touch with our original values and positive feelings in every situation helps us in making the correct life decisions. When efforts are accompanied by only a loss attachment to the goal, we experience a different type of flow, where perfect people, places, or opportunities arise for us. And without feeling that too much effort went into that, the success may or may not look like success to everybody else, but to us, it will feel so. So practice, 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 practice. Meditation and detachment. And that will help us to remain in a soul consciousness and to empathize, experience being over doing. Our health, our inner well being, and our own definition of success is more important than any job, any salary, any degree that we are obtaining, or anybody else's opinion about who we are. We can create a situation of peace and happiness where we can start elevating in that expectation of peace and happiness. We are no longer troubled by being unfulfilled in our needs, being unfulfilled in our lives. And even the most ordinary experiences that we go through on a daily basis can become enjoyable. I want to thank you for stopping by Blended Healing for this quick bite today. Thank you for stopping through Ashe Deep Bow, and I will see you very, very soon.